This is not just another France squad. This is not only Mbappé highlights, tiki-taka imitations, and penalty shootout nightmares. This is not the France of Zidane, Henry, or Platini that once won hearts through elegance alone. This France is something colder, something more ruthless, a team built to grind out results even when the football isn't beautiful. Ever since Didier Deschamps took full control of Les Bleus, everything became about one thing: winning. Not style, not flair, winning. And the numbers tell the story. 5 wins from 5, 14 goals scored, only 2 conceded. This is why France arrives at the quarterfinals looking like the most dangerous version of themselves since 2018. Just look at the attack. Mbappé arrives as captain at his 3rd World Cup, and he has already rewritten the history books. He is no longer the teenager who stunned the world in Russia. He is the all-time leading scorer of his nation, closing in on 20 World Cup goals, a tally bettered by only one man to ever play this game. Alongside him stands Ousmane Dembélé, the reigning Ballon d'Or winner, a player who spent the last club season tearing defenses apart from wide areas. Then there is Michael Olise, quietly having one of the best seasons of any winger on the planet. Technically devastating, 2-footed, allergic to easy tackles.
There is something that Michael does ever so well, and that wingers do not do. As soon as he controls the ball, he squares you. So instead of as soon as he controls it, he squares you straight away. And because you know he can go right or left, you have to respect that.
Add Désiré Doué, PSG's teenage prodigy, who has already won a Champions League and a Club World Cup Best Young Player award before some of his teammates finished growing. Add Bradley Barcola, Rayan Cherki, Marcus Thuram, Jean-Philippe Mateta. This is not depth. This is an embarrassment of riches. Deschamps could leave 4 Ballon d'Or caliber attackers on the bench and barely lose a step. But this team is not only about attacking. At the back stands William Saliba, for many the most complete young center back in world football, alongside Ibrahima Konate, a Liverpool Titan whose recovery pace and aerial power make France almost impossible to play through. Add Dayot Upamecano, Jules Koundé, Malo Gusto, Theo Hernandez, and behind them Mike Maignan, a goalkeeper as comfortable organizing a back 4 as he is starting attacks with his feet. This is a defense that has conceded just 2 goals across 5 matches, and it shows. And that is exactly why this looks like one of the 2 or 3 teams in North America genuinely capable of lifting the trophy. But before we get carried away, we need to understand what this France team is carrying on its shoulders, because their situation is not simple. Yes, they won the World Cup in 2018. Yes, they reached the final again in 2022. But that final still haunts this squad. 2 goals up, 15 minutes from the trophy. Then Messi and Argentina happened, and France went from cruising to a penalty shootout in the cruelest final in tournament history. Kolo Muani missed the chance to be a national hero by inches. That wound never fully closed, and this drought runs deeper than one final. Since Zidane's generation faded, France has oscillated between moments of brilliance and moments of total collapse. 2010 ended in mutiny, a player's strike, a team that refused to train. 2006 ended in a shootout defeat to Italy in the final. Even the 2018 triumph came from a team that, for long stretches, looked more pragmatic than dominant, a machine built on defensive discipline and moments of individual magic rather than the collective football people fell in love with. Deschamps has always been criticized for the same thing, suffocating his own attacking talent, building a team that wins ugly instead of winning beautifully. Even now in 2026, that criticism has not disappeared. Because here is the uncomfortable truth. For all the riches in attack and all the class in defense, France's midfield is not what it used to be. Aurélien Tchouaméni is excellent, composed, elite positionally. Adrien Rabiot brings experience and aggression. Warren Zaïre-Emery brings energy beyond his years. N'Golo Kanté, at 35, still fights like he did in 2018. But nobody in this group possesses the ball-carrying, defense-splitting brilliance of peak Paul Pogba or the destructive ceiling of peak Kanté paired with peak Pogba together. Eduardo Camavinga, arguably the most talented pure midfielder France has, did not even make the squad. Against the best possession teams left in this tournament, that midfield could be stretched, and stretched quickly. This is the paradox of this France team. The attack could win any match by itself. The defense could shut out any opponent by itself. But the middle of the pitch is the one area where Deschamps has been forced to make do rather than dominate. So, can France actually win the World Cup? Here's the truth. If Mbappé stays fit after the thigh concern that has followed him through the year, If Dembélé keeps producing at a Ballon d'Or level, and if Deschamps' defense keeps its shutout habit going into the quarterfinal against Morocco, France has the individual quality to beat literally anyone left in the draw. Nobody eliminates a team with this much firepower by accident, but if a genuinely elite midfield gets in front of them and starts controlling the ball for long stretches, the cracks that have always existed in this Deschamps era could resurface exactly when it matters most. This is Deschamps' final tournament in charge, one last dance for the coach who has already given France a World Cup and a World Cup final. He does not need a perfect team to win it. He has proven twice already that he only needs a team good enough to survive the knockouts and clinical enough to punish mistakes. France do not have the most beautiful squad left in this tournament. They might not even have the best one, but they have Mbappé chasing history, Dembélé at the peak of his powers, and a coach who has been here before and knows exactly what winning ugly looks like. And that combination, more than any other team left standing, is precisely built to survive a World Cup.